night ambushes, you know, which is a really hairy thing to do. You know, I mean, you're out there at night, can't see shit. All right. And the trick to do at night is you got to listen. And you can't really watch without moving your eyes. Because at night, in a jungle, you're on an ambush patrol. You could be looking at this one area. And if you concentrate on that area, shit's gonna start moving that ain't moving. You know, you're gonna see shit that ain't happening. All right? So what you kind of do is you kind of keep your eyes moving. And then you hear a noise, and then your eye will pick up a movement that's not out of the norm. And it's like a camera. If you're spanning a camera, all of a sudden, you know, you got the same scene. And then all of a sudden, something over here just is different. Something over here moves. You see it, you hear it. Then you know where to go. And that's what's happening, all right? You know, and it just went on and on and on. And our unit, the 173rd Airborne Brigade, had a reputation for just going out and finding them and neutralizing them. You know, General Westmoreland used to call us his fire brigade. You know, wherever there was a fire, he sent us. And we always took care of our business. You know, we always did what we had to do. You know. And I had this great team, you know, especially road recon. We had Bones, we had the Prospector, we had Tommy Badheart Bull, we had Uncle Ben, you know. I mean, we had these characters that were just 19, 20. Uncle Ben was the oldest, he was 23. And he had already done 3 tours in you know, and it was a hell of a crew. We had LBJ, Lonnie Benton Jones, you know, and everyone was a character, you know. I mean, I'll never forget one of the funniest things, because there was a lot of funny things happened over there. And Lonnie, you know, his name was Lonnie Benton Jones, which was LBJ, so we used to call him LBJ. And LBJ was the president at the time, and every time in news conferences, you'd see LBJ, and they'd ask him about the war, and he would say, "I see no end." And in the morning, you know, we'd be like out in the bush or whatever, and you'd wake up Lonnie, you know, at his time to get up, and you go, "LBJ, what's going on?" And he'd just look at you and go, "I see no end," you know. That was the little bit of humor that kept you guys going. You know, that kept the team going. That kept that little spark of like, all right, man, we're together. And, you know. And he was from North Carolina, so he had that drawl. He sounded just like Lyndon Baines Johnson. And I did, "OBJ, what do you say? I see no end," you know. And to tell you the truth, in 1966, we didn't see no end. You know, we knew that war was going to go on and on and on. You know, we knew it.
Do you know, keep in contact with them at all? Do you know if he's still around? Or?
I've been trying to find these people for years. The last one that I was in contact with, and that was years ago, was, you know, Uncle Ben. Because me and him were, black guy, me and him were just really, really, like, tight. And I've tried to find him, you know, and I'm not a computer person, so I don't know how to, you know, I don't know how to go about it. But I'd like, you know, I've been to a lot of reunions and stuff, and I've never seen any of them there, you know, so I basically don't know, you know.
When you walked out, I mean, that was it? Your time was up? Bye, guys. See you later. Love you guys. You walked on the plane, and that was it?
Yeah, helicopter came out. Your platoon sergeant came up and said, "You're D-Rose," which meant you were going, you know, and that was it. I mean, it could be, you knew you were what we would call short, you know, so you knew like the latest date they could keep you out there till was, say, September 27th. Usually they'd give you a little slack and they'd pull you out. If there was no shit going on, they'd pull you out maybe on the 22nd to 23rd. And you would just, at that point, you know, you were just waiting and waiting. And all of a sudden they just go, you know, a supply helicopter would come out with chow, you know, water and stuff like that, food. And then your platoon sergeant would just tell you, going home, get on the chopper, man. And it was like, whoa, you know, I'm going home. I'm actually like, in like the next 48 hours, I'm gonna be with my fucking friends getting fucked up, you know. And it's really weird, you know, to go through it, and then you say to yourself, okay, well, you know, I mean, the first night I was home, you know, I had my friend Joe Rico, said, hey, you gotta try one of these. And he threw a tab of acid in my mouth. And I was home like 2 days, and I was tripping, you know. And I never had a bad trip, never, you know, because for some reason, I could separate the shit. And it was just a hell of a trip. And it started when I got home in '69, and it didn't stop until like 20 years ago, which was like in the 80s. And I stayed high and drunk and, you know, made real good friends with Jack Daniels. You know, me and him got really close, you know, and it was, you know, I mean, the first time I came home, I spent my 30 days leave, and I just wanted to go back. So I went back for another tour, you know, which you had to be really young and dumb to do that. You know, I mean, today, you'd never do that, you know, but it was just, you missed it. You missed your friend. You missed that camaraderie. You know, you missed that, the love that you had with these people, you know. So if you guys are out there, man, Bruce, Ben, Ron, you know who you is. I'm saying hi, you know. It was a good group of guys. It was a good group of guys. I mean, in the base camp, smoked a lot of pot, got fucked up, but we were in the, you know, when we were out in the field, it was business. You know, then it was business. Nobody got fucked up. And again, I don't know how it became from, you know, I've read articles, I've seen movies about what happened, like, you know, in 70, 71 and shit like that. You know, I was gone, you know, way before then. So I don't know how it became then, but I know to us, you know, I heard that the racial shit started. I mean, to us, there was none of that, man. You know, Tommy Badheart Bull, he was a Lakota Sioux from the Dakotas. And his great-great-grandfather was Sitting Bull, you know, who did in Custer. You know, him, Crazy Horse, that was all his clan, you know. And it was amazing to serve with people like that. You know, I mean, he was a warrior, and that's what he was. Couldn't drink worth the fuck. Took one shot of fucking whiskey, and he was doing a war dance on top of the fucking bar. But, hell of a soldier, you know.